Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I just want to show you guys the better and fastest way that you can use to grow your business 10 times better, 10 times quicker. Now, if you came to me during the time I was starting and then I told you to say I'm going to grow this 10 times quicker, that's going to be a lie. Okay? Why? Because I never had any necessity, any knowledge that I was supposed to use for me to grow the business faster like that. But right now, I can tell you to say, if I start today, within the next 3 months, I'm going to grow the business 10 times quicker. You see? Why? Because I have got more knowledge and the necessary skills that I have to gather for me to get started in such and such a business. And whoever has the plan of starting phone accessory business and comes across my videos, that one has got answered prayers. Why? Because I always document everything. Whatever that is wrong about the business, I'll tell you. Whatever that is a mistake that you're not supposed to do, I'll tell you about it. And whatever that I used, whatever that I made, whatever that I whatever that I did that gave me positive results, I always talk about it. So whoever comes across my videos, wow, you have got the whole 4 years experience compacted in a YouTube channel. And the best that you can do is to sit down, relax, go through my videos, 20 of my videos. Immediately when you reach 20, something in you must change. If at all you have to start a phone accessory business, you start it in a different view. But the problem is, you want to meet me today, you see this video and you just want to get started just like that. No, not just this video. Go through a lot of videos. How to start phone accessories, I've made videos about that. Mistakes to avoid, I've made videos about that. How to cut the costs, I've made videos about that. So many videos that I have made that you just need to sit down, watch them, and you're going to be better, right? So in case you're wondering, my name is SIKA-The entrepreneur. I'm a former biology teacher, of course, and when I saw that teaching was a little bit boring, I said, let me just leave it. I concentrated on a business, and the business I concentrated on is this phone accessory business, and I've been doing it for 4 solid years. And here is my experience that I'm going to talk about. They say don't put all eggs in one basket. At least if you have to succeed, you need to get eggs in different baskets. Of course, they say when you do that, maybe when this basket breaks, you have some of them reserved somewhere, right? Of course, that's a statement that we know. And right now, if you meet, maybe let's say you meet a successful man in Africa, let's say Dangote. When you look at Dangote today, you meet him as Dangote today, you'll find that he has got so many different types of businesses that he's doing. He has shared his wealth in so many investments, okay? And every world richest person, anyone who has succeeded, anyone, you find them that they have got, different categories where they have put their investments. Okay, so that is when you meet them today. Okay, but what I can tell you today is that let us just go back, way back to where they started. Let them tell us the story on how they started. Okay, you'll find that every successful person was not a person that invested in 6 different businesses at a go. No. Okay, you find that they didn't invest in 10 different businesses at a go. No, but every person that really succeeded, you find that they got one thing, they did it better, they did it better until to the point where they are confident with it, they love it, they know everything, the ins, outs, the pros, the cons, they know everything about that particular business. That is when now they thought about diversifying, when the business has created much better wealth, then they could get that wealth and they could put it into another thing. That's what every successful person on this planet could tell you they did. Okay, everyone can tell you how they made their first million. They can tell you that it wasn't through so many different multiple incomes. No, but every successful person will tell you to say there was a time when I did this, and I did it for over 10 years, I did it for over 20 years, and it did this and then at a particular point, at a certain point, they had to diversify. So what am I talking about? For a person to succeed, we can tell you, is specialization. Well, when we talk about specialization, it's just a situation where a business person just sticks to one thing. You stick to one thing, you specialize in it, meaning you become special in that particular field, you become a professional in that particular field. Okay, so you do it much to the extent that it becomes part of you. Okay, and now look at this. myself, I know how to play, the piano. I play it so well, but I'm not like a person who can play it well, who plays it every day. Okay, I've not dedicated my time to playing the piano. Of course, when I get it, I can play some keys and all that stuff, but I can't be like a person who has dedicated his life playing the piano. We are different, okay? Because that person has dedicated every single time of his life playing the piano. So that's why when we pray and he prays, we are different because he has specialized in that. But as for me, maybe I'll just pray during the time when I feel much better and all that stuff. But him, he has specialized in that. So we can't actually compare with each other because that's what he's been doing. Okay, so he's specialized into that. But if I said, fine, I want to be a professional into this, then I would love to take all my time, all my concentration into that particular thing for me to get started, to be this professional, to be this specialized person, like this person that I've found. Okay, same applies with a person right now. I know how to drive, of course, but I don't drive frequently because I don't have a car. So you can't compare my driving skills with a person who drives daily going to work, a person who drives long distances. You can't compare yourself with me. You see why? Because that person has become as specialized into that. He's been doing it much more than myself. You see, that is exactly the same thing with every skill, with every business today. Okay, when you want to do phone accessory business, the first thing that you need to do is to specialize. Okay, and when you specialize, here are some of the reasons why you just have to specialize. Well, first one you need to know is that to learn every skill, it requires a lot more time. It requires a lot of time. Okay, so like I mentioned, a person who has to learn a skill, if you have to do phone accessory business, it's a skill in itself. So you need to invest a lot of time into that. There will be need for you to put in more time. Okay, and like if you say, I want to do phone accessories, and then at the same time I also want to do this other stuff, I also want to do this other business, I want to divide the eggs from the baskets and all that stuff, just to do phone accessory business, it's a lot of work, okay, which will require you to give it your all time. I'm coming here every single day. I've been sitting on this chair for the past 4 years. So if someone says they want to do phone accessory business, I'll just look at them and I'll know what the areas they will need to work on. When you come to me and you tell me, say, Sika, I want to do phone accessory business, I will just ask you one question. When you answer me that question, I'll know if you succeed or not. Why? Because I have given it my all time. It requires a lot of time. Okay, so if you have to be a person who needs to succeed into this business, what you need to know, to understand is that you will need to put in more time. You have to put in more time, because to acquire every skill, every knowledge, it needs you to put in more time and more efforts. Okay, so that's the first one. The second one is, when you specialize, you actually be exposed to opportunities. There'll be these opportunities that will be granted unto you. Okay, and some of the opportunities include connections. Okay, you have a lot of connections. Right now I have a number of connections myself. When it comes to suppliers, I have got so many types of suppliers that that are connected right now to me. Okay, if I want to buy stuff from Lusaka, I have got a lot of people that I can buy from in Lusaka. Okay, if I need to buy, maybe let's say I want to buy from Tanzania, Tunduma, where I buy from, I also have different suppliers. Right now you can rise up and say, okay, fine, I went there, I was looking for this type of an product, but I couldn't find it. But myself, when I say let me go and find it, I'll find it. I'll know exactly where to go. Okay, when you look at my business, everything you see here is a product of different suppliers. You see, so many of them. You see, so you find that the same covers, you will think maybe I bought from one supplier, but if I tell you maybe there are 3 suppliers in here. Okay, maybe this one supplier never had this stuff, this one never had. You see, so I had to move. I changed suppliers. I think, okay, this one will have this one, this one will have this one. So if you come to me and say you want the oldest phone cover, I'll know where to find it. Okay, maybe when you go, you try and check, you see, you cannot find it. But if you ask me, I'll tell you, go check from that one, you'll find it. You see, right now, if I don't want to move, I want to sit here, I'll just call someone. I'll just say, hey, go there, pick my parcel, put it on bus. I'll sit here and everything will work out on itself. Okay, so these are the opportunities when you specialize that will present themselves to you. But if at all you don't give in more time, you don't concentrate so much, if you put your eggs in different baskets as we are starting, it will be difficult for you to do such things. You never do what I can do. Okay, if you say you want to start a business and then you do clothes, accessories, what mobile money, whatever, you do different types of stuffs, and then I'm also just doing phone accessories, I'll perform much better than you. That's how it is, guys. Okay, so it will present you to a number of opportunities such as connections. Okay, apart from that, the other reason why you need to specialize is that, you know, when you are doing one thing, you never have diluted results. Okay, there are, you know, there is a concentration when you're making, let me give you an example. If at all you have a very sweet drink, and there are these sweet drinks when you have to dilute. Okay, so when you put in a lot of water, it will lose the sweetness. Okay, so when you put in a lot of businesses, you lose the sweetness. As a result, you have the diluted results. Okay, so the businesses that you'll be having, the businesses that you'll be doing, they will not produce the sweet that is required to sweeten the customers. Okay, so a customer will come over here, they'll ask for this, you don't have it. Why? Because you diluted, you took some funds you had pressed into that other business, and you could not even meet the standards that your business actually requires. Okay, so you took the money that was supposed to be done. You took the money that was supposed to work much better for you, then you had to put it in a different basket. Okay, so as a result, your results will be poor and you start losing customers. That's how it is. Because, you know, always, you know, I have to know this. Even when I'm seated here today, I know to say there's someone who can replace me anytime. Okay, so every bad thing you do, every bad decisions you do towards your business, just know that anyone, anytime, they are going to replace you. Okay, and replacing you into a business is very simple. They will just come to you. Okay, do you have this? No, I don't have. The other day, Murisan brother, the other day, no, I don't have. The other day, no, I don't have. You are slowly getting repressed. As a result, if you are having 10 customers in a day, you begin to have 5 customers in a day. You begin to have 3 customers in a day. Why? Because you show yourself you have got results that are so dilated and you cannot sweeten the customer. That's the thing, guys. So you have to concentrate yourself. Put yourself together. Okay, I want to do this business, right? Concentrate on that business. Grab it with your mind. That's why the Bible says, whatever you find to do, do it with all your heart. That's how it is. Not the whatever things, multiple things you find. No. There's just one thing that you find to do. Do it with your mind. That's the results. That is the only secret for you to get to a success point. Okay, so that's about it, guys. So the other reason why you need to specify is actually growth. Actually, when you specify, growth becomes inevitable. Okay, it's very simple. When you specify, whether you like it or not, you're going to grow. That's a fact. Why? Because whatever that you're going to be doing, it will be for the benefit of that business that you're doing. Okay, so if I told you, just say, I'm gonna hold you, I'm never gonna let you go. Okay, you'll find that no matter what happens, day in, day out, one day you are going to grow. Okay, so since you don't have 2 baskets to put eggs in, it's easy for that basket to get full. That's how it is. So once the basket gets full, that's the time now we can say, okay, fine, since the basket is full, let me pick these extra, I put them in another basket. Okay, don't say you have 10 eggs, now you want to get 5, you put in there, and 5 you put in there. Okay, you have poor results. But if you say, fine, so I have 10 eggs, fine, let me put them in one basket. If I have more 10 eggs, then I can put them in another basket. The only time that you can think about, let me put into another business, it is the time when the business has already given you better results. You have already specified. And let me tell you this. Let's say I do this business for 10 years. Okay, with the results that I've seen for the past 4 years, then I multiply them by 2, which is 8 years. Then I add another 2. I'll be a person when I stand before the camera today, as I'm talking to you today, in 10 years time. You see that? If I talk to you again in 10 years time, I'll not be this very person. Maybe this time now I'll be talking to you when I'm in China. That's when I'm talking to you. You see? So I've already specified, I've already grown to the extent that I'm now into extras. Okay? So now if I reach at that point, if I say I want to do another business, what am I going to do? I'm not going to go there myself. No. I'll hire someone who is specialized in do that business and pay them. Okay? When a person tells me, pay me $500, I'll pay them. Why? Because I've already enough money here. So I'll pay them to learn that business. Okay. Why am I paying them? Because that's why even when they're employing someone right now, they'll tell you to say we want 2 years of experience. Why do you think they tell you that? Because they don't want to do that work. Okay. They are specialized. There are things that they are doing. So if there are things that they are doing, then they have to call someone who has the experience better to do that work. That's the way it is. If I grow this business, I have enough money and I want to do a different business, it's simple. What I'm gonna do, I'll just hire someone who has more skills, then I'll pay them to do that business. Unlike I get the money for the business that I'm starting, then I separate it in the name of not putting eggs in one basket, then that will be a failure. The results will be diluted. So you can only grow if you specify. Right, listen to this, guys. When you specify, you lower your risks. You lower your risks. You see what, guys? When you do a number of stuffs at a go, there is a high risk that you can lose all the businesses. Okay? There's a very high risk you can lose all of them. Think of this. You are doing this, all 4 things, and you don't have experience in, foreign accessory business. You want to start it. You don't have experience in clothes. You want to start it. You see? The point that you are going to do all these stuffs, you just increase the rate of risks. Okay? Better off if at all you got one thing that you are doing. Karibu. So it's easy to fail when you have multiple, but when you're doing one thing, you lower the risks of you lower the number of risks. So that's what a person needs, guys. Okay, so time will come for you to diversify. Okay, so this is what you need to do to grow your shop, your business in 10 times quicker. Right? So for now, it's bye bye. If the video is helpful, subscribe to my channel, like the video, and I'll be grateful.